Hello, Gemini. So we are going to do a return of the X session for you. See what the energy is for this ex-lover that is returning to you at this time. See what their intentions are, how you feel about it, etc., etc., etc. So Divine may have three best cards for the energy intention for this person returning to our Gemini, please. Three best cards. Seduction, healing heart, and paradise. Okay. I do hope all is well and that you're doing well, my dear Gemini. So let's see. While they're mentally, they're focused on seducing you in terms of attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Now, the third party interference, let's keep that in, put that as a feather in the cap for right now. We'll get into the tarot portion, see if that is in fact an issue or a situation that they're involved in. We don't want to put you in a triangle here. Of where they're having downtime or they're on the downside of a relationship they're currently in and involved in, and trying to puff up their situation or their energy by coming back and dealing with you and involving you in something that you put you into some drama and craziness, that potential craziness that you don't need to be involved in. However, the attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, all of those are kind of like, I feel like, emotional tripwires for you. Okay, with this person, they may be very charismatic, very attractive, and very good at what they do. So, healing heart at the center of things, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Boom, bam, bam, boom. Okay, remember that third party interference, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Okay, all right, that's two feathers in that cap. And then we get to spiritual position is paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. See, that's what they want from you. Okay, and some very important people in my life are Geminis, male and female, and I know exactly what that paradise represents. You know, y'all are awesome. One thing I don't do on my channel is I don't take sides for any. I love all the signs equally. I'm not going to be out here saying one thing or the other. I'm going to read y'all now. I'm going to be honest. Every single time you unfollow me, follow me again, you like me again, that's fine. That's the nature of any good friendship relationship. Sometimes we cool, sometimes we ain't, but we never act a fool. You going to always be able to trust me to say, now you know that's some bullshit. Okay? Now come on now. That's not your best energy. I say that to say I'm not blowing smoke about, and I'm not biased when I say that Geminis are top tier. Okay, a lot of fun, great time, great host, great. Y'all just know how to entertain. Always gonna be a good time, and you're gonna make sure that the person is doing what they want to be doing. You know what I mean? Which makes the Gemini. It's all about that. Okay, great host and hostess. You always gonna have a great time. And this is what this person wants to siphon from you at this point. Now, the seduction, the part that's giving us the red flag, or at least the yellow flag of caution, is this third party interference and escaping or seeking refuge, trying to be a damn refugee, or freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. I'm gonna leave these actually out here. Okay, let's get into your tarot portion, darling. All right, so while I'm placing your cards, dear Gemini, go ahead and take a few deep breaths. Open mind, open heart, honey. Let's see what's going on. Remember, you're resilient. Trust yourself, okay? 5 best cards regarding this situation. Divine may have the 5 best cards regarding this situation, this excess returning to our Gemini, please. 9 of emotions, strength, ace materials, Three of Inspiration in the Moon card. Why am I hearing sips? This ship has set sail before. Um, Nine of Emotions. You're very happy that this person has returned to you for various reasons. Those 9 cups represent different cycles in this connection between the two of you all. I'm hearing that it's always been a little bit of a rocky road. Sometimes it's rocky road and delicious like the ice cream. Other times it's rocky road like, you know, just causing all kinds of trouble and problems along the way. Getting stuck in the mud, popping ties. Like it's an up and down, and that's the excitement. It's an entertaining adventure for you with this person. At the center you have Strength card, Ace of Materials, and the Three of Inspiration. So the Strength card is here. I feel like if you wanting to face your fears and deal with this relationship, but you're talking from two sides of things, hence that Gemini energy, your shadow side and your light side. The shadow side of you is desirous and passionate and lustful for this person. The light side of you understands that this person is not wholesome, not healthy for you, and is going to bring about only another cycle of a very big high and a very low low. There is hope at the center of where you want to say maybe this person has finally got themselves together and understands what is really necessary to love you properly. But the divinity within you is also cautioning you to say, while it is your decision, please consult me first before you make the final decision, right? With this Ace of Materials, this opportunity is not just about this person. It's about you choosing who's going to be more important in this scenario, you or them. Okay, because right now it's you or them. You all are not in a relationship. It's not about you making the best decision for the relationship. It's about you making the best decision for you, not them. And the Strength card is here. Again, it has an energy of, the fear of making the wrong choice, but trying to enlighten yourself and harness that fear to make sure that you use all of the information available to you to make the right choice moving forward. Three of Inspiration. You've wanted this opportunity for various reasons, but there is a domino effect here. Okay, once it's either going to stand or it's going to fall. You can either interrupt the process or allow it to tumble again. It's up to you. You've done a lot of work to stand these dominoes up again and move it along and get this pattern, but one domino out is going to cause it, it won't topple. It's up to you. If you take that one out, you won't lose your progress. But if you don't, you allow it to tumble again. You have to put it all back in order again. And it seems like that's something they love to do at once. You know how you see that elaborate, it's been a long time since I've seen those, but they put all those dominoes together. How long it takes them to put that design together, to stack all, to set up all those individual dominoes. But think about how quickly and within minutes, hours, days of work over in a flash. Domino effect. But you want to have the domino effect that you can interrupt that, take out one piece, and you don't lose all your progress. You can let that past be that past and your future be your future, okay? The Moon card is here about you really kind of being in a fog about things in terms of what their intentions are. It's easy for you to get swept up in the emotions of how they make you feel because, again, they're a lot of fun and you enjoy them. And, again, that the shadow side is wanting you to embrace the lustful energies, and you're thinking about all of this, the quote unquote the good times that you guys have versus the downside of being with this person and being entangled with them again, and what that means to you personally and your progress emotionally, spiritually, and in the material world. How things they can just completely derail you. Whereas you might be a person that's been doing really, really well and focused at work. This person comes in and all of a sudden you can't focus on things, and when you're playing hooky, like all of a sudden you're thinking about, well, maybe let's take a long weekend and go out of town, and you're like, I don't have any PTO, blah blah blah, or not that you don't have any PTO, but you're not scheduled to do that. You can't take the time out. Oh, just call in sick and da 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 da, and then you're making decisions that are against your greater good and a better judgment. You wouldn't do that normally. So let's Let's get some information on intention here from this person. What are their intentions towards you? It's over before it began. Ten of Voices. And it's also going to be them trying to convince you that that whatever the situation is that they found themselves in is over. But really it's in limbo right now. Because this Queen of Cups is prevalent here, and this is not your energy. Now, they could be a Scorpio, they could be a water sign, but it feels like this is another feminine factor. Man or female, it's the receptive energy, the other person on the other side that has their heart. With the Four of Inspirations and the High Priestess here, there's some type of emotional equilibrium that they find when they deal with you. You make them happy. And again, it goes back to that earlier energy of you being the perfect host or hostess. You know, Gemini energy is one of the most welcoming and accommodating signs for me in terms of how I see it in the zodiac, both from my personal experience and from my research. You guys are really, really great at balancing and giving people what they want, and it's always a wonderful experience. If you think about dealing with a Gemini, you know, sometimes people give y'all a lot of flack on Gemini this and they two-faced and everything else. No, they show the face that's necessary. Here is where, with this Four of Inspiration to this High Priestess, some more information. This High Priestess, please. Queen of Materials. Okay. This person is messy. They've got two other situations going on, looks like. And they come into you to try to get some type of respite. See, it feels like what's happened here, and that's why this High Priestess energy is here, that they've been quote unquote guided to come into you to try to find some shelter in their storm. They're overwhelmed and overwrought, and they're done with trying to deal with these two energies of the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Materials, or the Queen of Pentacles. This person that they're actually supposed to be devoted to, this Queen of Cups energy, has pulled up from the side and let this person know that something else is going on. They found out about each other. So now they want to run back to you, which has been more of hence that energy of that Nine of Cups. You guys have always had a playful and fun relationship. So you've always been wise enough to never commit to this person. Classic Gemini, because you know they be on BS. But at the same time, you've been that little person that they run to when they having problems, because you understand them and you listen to them and da-da-da-da-da. Again, perfect host, perfect hostess. And in the interim, you get you a little bit of what you need. One hand washes the other. But I don't think it is an energy where you don't really take them too seriously, because you already know that, see, they already coming with some trash. And not that these people are trash. I'm just saying that they how they handle their relationships is, trash. They don't like to take out. They don't like to clean their house. They like to they go everywhere and be making little messes and whatnot. And so with this Four of Inspiration, now that makes sense of where they are. The High Priestess is telling them to try to come in and go talk to the Gemini, and they'll be able to help you, and blah 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 blah. Has that domino effect of you can just say no. That's my past. You're not going to come in here and start messing up my progress and get into these woe is me stories, and I'm patting you on the back, and then da 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 da, and then before you know it, y'all start doing what grown folks do, because Gemini can separate and compartmentalize and have fun. Let that little shadow twin come out and play. Like, let's, they think let's just have a little fun. Let's rock. And the little white, the little angel Gemini, other side twin is like, now And the other one, shut up. We in a drought. Let's have some fun. Like, see, don't disrupt things. Don't disrupt things. Okay, and the divine is asking, please don't disrupt yourself with this foolishness, because this may be a little dangerous. Now we got two people, and we don't know who in who phone, like their energy early on. Don't get involved in no mess now. Warning comes before destruction. Now they are coming in because they need to be saved. They need to be saved from themselves. You know who do that better than anybody else? The divine. You can't be. That ain't your job. All right. So how is this affecting you? 4 of voices, 6 of emotions, 5 of voices, and then a 9 of materials. Oh, Gemini. Don't be petty now. Don't be petty. Get a little energy up. I should just mess with you because I can't. Don't be petty. Okay? Because then you get you again. Remember, you got 2 other people playing here. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know what these folks are on and what they are willing to do. Because if these 2 people are knowing about each other and still prevalent, okay? And it may give your ego a boost to know that this person always runs back to you. That 9 of Cups energy is like a self-satisfaction. Like, all you got to do is make the right decision. But they don't want to make the right decision. And furthermore, you don't really want to deal with the person anyway because you see how they handle romantic business. But you like, again, it's fun. You all have always had this really fun connection. And you enjoy spending time with them. But you also know that them in a relationship is impossible. It'd be just impossible to deal with. So now how it's affecting you: 4 of voices, 6 of emotions, 5 of voices, and the 9 of materials. So the 4 of voices is 4 of swords material. And you're thinking a lot. There's a lot of thought out here, which is good. Now the 4 of swords is where you are recounting the past situations, the truth that you know about this person, and you're weighing those and balancing those energies out to say, is opening myself up to this person and trying to provide them some type of shelter while at the same time being selfish for myself and taking a little bit of their energy for myself. If they want a little bit from me, I can get a little bit from them, and we always do have a really great time. But now you have wisdom in this situation to know what the after is going to look like, the mess, the cleaning up of the mess, the dealing with them, to opening yourself up. Even though you can compartmentalize certain aspects of dealing with them in the physical sense, you are not emotionally an island unto yourself. You do connect, okay, Gemini, and you do feel that thing, and you feel it deeply, especially when you care for someone. You just don't, you're not a, you, it takes a, you connect to this person. You care about them. That's why you would even open yourself up to try to entertain them at this moment. And now you have the wisdom of saying, this is going to disturb it. I'm going to have to, if I open this door to them, yes, I'm going to have a good time and fun time for a little bit of time. And it'll, I'm in a little bit, let's say you're in a little bit of a drought, self-imposed. You're like, yeah, haven't been dealing with anybody around the devil, blah, blah, blah. It'll be fun. And, I know everything is on point, and, they know how to take care, handle business. I like that side. But then what if I catch feelings and start to get used to it, and then they break off? I'm going to be pissed. And then I'm going to have to deal with that. And then I'm going to have to disconnect again. And then I'm going to have to go to this whole thing. And it's going to be a sad, and I have to go to another fucking funeral of this connection. Again, I have to put that black dress on or that black suit on and stand on the grave and piss on that thing again and say, I'm never going to do this again. Do I really want to do this? Or do I want to trust myself and discipline myself to say, yeah, no, it's not going to be worth the price. The price of the ticket is too high, right? The 6 of emotions, the 5 of voices, 9 of materials. Here's a situation of, thinking about the fun times that you guys have. And you're going to have them because it's a cycle. You're going to have them if you open your door to them again and do this in a temporary way. But you still have to go through the cycle of cleanup after the fact. Having the party is great, but once everybody leaves and lights turn on, now you got to clean up all this stuff. You got to go through the cracks and the crevices, see what who left what, if anybody's still in the house, like all of that. There's a chance that a fight could break out. The police might have to show up. Your neighbors file a complaint. The HOA. Do you say to yourself, you know what? I think I'd just rather go out and have a birthday, little small thing at a nice little spot, instead of having a party at the house. That's going to be too much because A don't like B, and no. You don't want to have to do all of that. And that's what the divine is causing you to do, like tap into your divine wisdom within you. Remember what the fallout is. Don't just focus on the high. Remember what the low is, because that's the last part of it, and that's going to happen. The Five of Voices to the Nine of Materials, because the cycle, the pattern has shown it. It's not gloom and doom thinking. The pattern of this person shows that. The Five of Voices to the Nine of Materials. Strategy. They're going to try to talk you out your drawers. To be quite frank. And you know that. You know all the things they're going to say. And they're going to come with the same old this time. This time your ear going to catch it differently. You're probably going to know what they're going to text. You can say something. You like, watch the person say this. They're going to say blah, 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 blah. And then you say, blah, blah. It's like a script. You already know. You've seen this movie. How many times you seen this movie? You always know how this is going to end. And then the Nine of Materials, then you come out shiny like a brand new, silver dollar. You come out better. But you always have to, it's a lot of cleanup, a lot of work. Why go through all that when you already Nine of Materials? You flying high, doing your thing. It's not like you out here by yourself. You got other people to deal with. Maybe at this point you're finding yourself in a little bit of a challenge with whom you're seeing. And now the universe is bringing this person back around to you, okay? And you have the option to choose to go backwards or keep moving forwards with who you got in your circle already. Because maybe that situation is slowing down a little bit, or you need a boost of confidence, whatever the case may be. And this person pops up. But you also know that you want to do things the right way. And so it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not home. Or you can choose to play. But don't play without knowing, because this is a pattern. These are cycles, and you know how this situation is going to go. Of course, we can convince ourselves to do anything. Power of the human mind is remarkable. You can convince yourself that, well, maybe it'll be different this time. But remember, that Queen of Cups and that Queen of Materials is there. They are there. And when things aren't running well with you, even when things are running well with you, they still may be going to deal with this person. They'll fall off the grid. And again, you already know their patterns. Again, remember, it's a script. When they was like that example of when you're texting with them, you already know what they're going to say. Damn near word for word. 3 best cards for what the divine wants you to know about this situation. Knight of Emotions, 6 of Voices, Ace of Voices. One of my favorite things with this Knight of Cups. Love yourself more. You love them, but love yourself more. Make the decision that is going to give you the best outcome. And keep that Nine of Materials energy growing strong and pushing towards that 10 of Pentacles, to the Page, to the Knight, to the Queen, to the King. That's what you're working on. That's what you deserve. A solid and productive relationship. You allowing this person to come in will distract you for especially if you have someone that you're getting to know. And maybe you have an itch that you want to have scratched. And this person can sneak on in there and ain't nobody going to know about it, but you'll know. You will know, right? You try to keep it, a certain way with this person until you establish yourself. You don't want to have any physical contact of a certain type. But this person, you already, what I'm saying? It's like riding a bike. You already know what's going on with them. You can just pop on in, get your itch scratched and everything else. But you ain't going to get no itch scratched without having to carry something else with you when you leave, right? You're going to leave the bed with fleas. Remember that. With this Knight of Cups, pour into yourself and into the active relationship you have going on that has promise. It's worth the wait. Remember what you focused on. The 6 of Voices, move on. This person doesn't have anything for you but a whole bunch of confusion, and they're only gonna it's just a rest stop on their world of crazy. In terms of their relationships, they haven't grown, they haven't matured, they haven't done anything. They just want to take a stop, to go on vacation real quick, come to paradise with you, Gemini, and get some sun and get a little vacation. And they want to go back and deal with these other 2 things going on. And then where you gonna be? No. And then the Ace of Voices, accept the truth as it's being given. The divine is trying to show you, listen, Remember all the work we've done? Remember what you asked me for? Remember what we prayed for? Aren't you seeing that? Why threaten to jeopardize that? Why jeopardize your mental state, your environment, and your spiritual alignment for what? A roll in the hay? A couple of quick messages, a little fun here and there for what? Mm-mm. Go to Disney World if you want to do that. All right. Divine messages moving forward, yes. I don't break these down. These are angel answers just for you. Romance and compromise. Okay. All right, dear Gemini, I hope this was of help to you with the messages today. And I believe in you, and I know you're going to make the best choice for you, whichever side you choose. You know how to handle yourself regardless, and you know what you need. Okay, so I see you. I appreciate you. You matter to me, darling. And remember, back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Hope to see you soon.